Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, March 14th, 2025. Aries, your heightened sensitivity is a powerful tool right now. Although being needed can feel overwhelming, this is your moment to offer support where it's most required. Trust your instincts. You're uniquely equipped for this task. Embrace the opportunity to give wholeheartedly, knowing that your efforts will not only benefit others but also bring you immense fulfillment. Remember, the goodwill and positive energy you put out will come back to you in unexpected ways. Stay focused on the positive impact you're making. It's both rewarding and deeply satisfying. Taurus, your warm and good nature draw people to you like a magnet. You're used to this, but today is even more pronounced. Your interactions will be fulfilling, leaving you feeling enriched. After all, loved ones make life worth living, a perfect day for romantic endeavors. Embrace these moments, let your charm shine, and deepen your connections. Remember, genuine warmth attracts genuine affection. Keep your heart open and enjoy the moments of joy and connection that come your way. Gemini, changes in the air, and today marks the beginning of something significant. You've been patiently waiting, and now it's time to see the results. At first, the changes might seem subtle, but trust that they're setting the stage for something major. Stay alert and be ready to grab any opportunity that piques your interest. Even small actions can lead to big results. Reflect on what you truly want and take steps towards these goals. This is your moment to embrace new possibilities and make a meaningful impact. Stay focused and proactive, and you'll find yourself on a rewarding path. Cancer, it's time to prioritize self care in its most genuine form. Focus on nurturing your well being by paying attention to small details. This means making an extra effort with your appearance, choose clothes that make you feel confident, and take a little extra time with your grooming routine. Dismiss any negative thoughts that try to bring you down. Remind yourself that you're looking great, and with care that you give yourself today, you'll feel even more amazing. Embrace this day as an opportunity to boost your confidence and your well being. Leo, feeling a bit anxious today? No worries, you're in control. Engage in some physical activity to ease those nerves. A brisk walk or a quick workout can do wonders. As the afternoon rolls in, your calmer demeanor will help you tackle favors and requests effortlessly. Remember, it's okay to take some time for yourself. Consider slipping away for a bit, perhaps catch a movie or enjoy a quiet moment. This will recharge your energy. You're more than capable of navigating the day with grace and composure. Virgo, recognize when hobbies turn into avoidance. It's great to have diversions, but if they're becoming an escape from reality, then it's time for your release. Your intuition is strong now, so use it to introspect. Ask yourself why you might be dodging certain tasks. Is it fear, boredom, or maybe overwhelm? Whatever it is, try to understand it. Then, set small, manageable goals to tackle your responsibilities. Prioritize tasks and break them into bite-sized pieces. This way, they'll seem less daunting. Remember, balancing fun and duties lead to fulfillment. Use your insight wisely, and you'll find clarity and motivation to move forward. Libra, change is definitely brewing. It's easy to let disappointment cloud your vision, but remember this is just a phase. Those goals that you're aiming for, they're closer than you think. While patience is tough, it's crucial now. This period is about trust, trusting that your efforts will pay off. Stay focused and keep pushing forward, even if progress feels slow. Celebrate small victories along the way. They build momentum and keep your spirits up. Remember, every step counts and you'll reach your destination. Keep faith in the process, and soon you'll see the changes that you've been waiting for. Scorpio, remember to prioritize yourself today. Your nurturing nature is a gift, but it's important to balance with self-care. Take some time to recharge and focus on your own needs. Consider setting aside a few moments for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. This break will replenish your energy and enhance your ability to care for others. By nurturing yourself, you'll find that you have even more to give. It's a win-win for everyone involved, especially you. Sagittarius, feeling overwhelmed by social obligations, it might be time to put yourself first. Your calendar doesn't need to dictate your happiness. Take a moment to reassess what truly energizes you. Remember, it's okay to decline invitations. Saying no can create space for activities that genuinely fulfill you. Focus on quality over quantity. When it comes to social interactions, prioritize what aligns with your personal goals and well-being. This way, you'll have more time and energy for the people and events that truly matter. Enhance this opportunity to balance your social life with your personal needs. Capricorn, luck is on your side with finances. Keep an eye out for opportunities that could boost your wealth. Before diving in, use your sharp analysis to weigh the pros and cons. This will ensure that you're making an informed decision. Balance your time between work and relaxation, perhaps by taking a walk to clear your mind. Being outdoors can spark unexpected insights, so stay open to these sudden ideas. They might just lead to exciting possibilities. Trust your instincts and enjoy the momentum of today. Aquarius, you're exploring a fresh side of yourself, and it's exciting. Usually quite reserved, today you're drawn to clothes and bold details and luxurious fabrics. Embrace this moment and indulge a little. After all, you only live once. With romance in the air, any alluring purchases you make are sure to impress. Consider trying on something outside of your usual style, maybe a vibrant color or unique accessory. A little splurge can boost your confidence and add a spark to your day. Enjoy this delightful change and let your inner fashionista shine. Pisces, be on guard today as some financial offers might cross your path. Whether through mail or sales pitch, they could seem tempting but may not be as beneficial as they appear. Trust your instincts if something feels off, and it probably is. Evaluate these offers critically, looking for any hidden catches. Meanwhile, at home, you're in for something genuine. The sincerity around you is pairing with passion, creating a positive and authentic environment. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, March 13th, 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
Another beautiful day, and we are so blessed and privileged to be in the land of the living. I don't take this lightly at all. Let's go on over to our news department and let's see what's going on.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is ramping up efforts to clear bus stops of illegal vendors and remove derelict vehicles from roadsides. Starting next week, vendors operating in bus shelters risk arrest, while vehicle owners must comply with removal orders. The initiative is part of a wider push to improve safety, accessibility, and crime prevention across the island.
And I want to take that opportunity to say, especially in the Laquamingo area, where we have already taken out some of the vehicles. We've had a situation where some of them have returned. Next week, we will be digging a big hole at the Deglo. We will anticipate 7 days for the removal of particular vehicles. We will put the signs, and when the people do not comply as per the regulation, we will dump these vehicles at Deglo. The place in St. Lucia have to be kept for the use of every St. Lucian.
Police have arrested and charged an individual in connection with the deadly stabbing of 20-year-old Jolie William and the attempted murder of her female companion. The two were stabbed at the guest house in Redri, Grosile on February the 21st. Meanwhile, investigations continue into the death of mother of three, Alana Bernard, who was fatally shot on her way to her Corinth home on February the 11th. At a press conference on Tuesday, members of the High Command of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force sought to reassure the public that the law enforcement agency takes matters of violence, regardless of the gender of the victims, with equal seriousness.
In the past few months, we would have recorded some very serious issues of domestic violence. Coming out of that, at least 3 of the victims have been males. Yeah? We remember the industry incident. In very short order, in that incident, 2 females and a male were attacked. Sadly, the male has succumbed. In very short order, and within 24 hours, both assailants were in police custody. Aggressive, very aggressive and meticulous investigations by the police. In the case of the incident with the young lady at the guest house in Grosile, the police within very short order arrested and charged the assailant. So it is by our actions we have shown that we very aggressively pursue matters of violence against every gender, not just women.
Additionally, the senior lawman highlighted the continued efforts to equip officers and the public with the knowledge and tools required to identify and report domestic violence. Finally, from us this morning, civic group Citizens for Peace and Prosperity continues with its efforts to engender peace and prosperity on the island. While the group, along with other partners, has been able to achieve relative peace in the south, chair of the organization, SLHTA CEO Nurani Aziz, however, points out addressing the island's crime problem is not a quick fix.
The Citizens for Peace and Prosperity has been really focusing over the past 2 years on working with a number of other partners to formalize its existence as a community-based organization or as an NGO. We have spent a considerable number of volunteer hours looking at that model. We have looked at regional best practices and one that we can adopt. I believe we have something that we're going to be testing with the Ministry of Social Transformation very soon.
And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Our next news major is at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Let me tell you, we're in the heart of town. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Kendall. We need to take a break. We're coming back. When we come back, we have some good things for you. Stay there. Caught up with our St. Lucian daughter of the soil, and she has been doing some wonderful thing in the world of branding. And Hanna Fitz, when you hear that name, you just understand that we are going into something really amazing. But a lot of people don't know about Hanna. So we caught up with Hanna. Let's find out what it is that Hanna does and maybe how that can enhance you and your business going forward. Hanna Fitz is an international brand strategist and also the founder of Cultured Live. Right. Now, Hanna is a St. Lucian, and Hanna is you based overseas, isn't it?
I live
Are you back?
here in Europe.
I know you're always
forth,
back
yeah.
in here. Yeah, but we want to talk a little bit more about yourself and your unique defining of your journey to date.
Yeah.
Getting into branding.
Yeah.
And really understanding the importance and making it into a career where you start teaching other people now how important it is quite a fantastic and I mean, come on, when we look at the world and how it operates, this is such a vital part, especially if you want to be in business, you want to, anything for that matter.
Absolutely.
Personal branding is also very important as well.
Sure.
I'm learning this now.
Yes.
And maybe I might need her expertise. I'm trying to butter up to her, so I'll get it for free. Tell me about getting into this and what prompted it?
I think for me, I've always been interested in the human mind and psychology and what shapes us, what shapes our expression, what shapes our choices, and what shapes our ability to lead our life from a space of purpose and impact. And how do we do that more effectively? What I found over the years in my work was there are many people who are brilliant at what they do. They have incredible expertise, but they don't really understand how to communicate that in an impactful way. They don't understand how to connect with their inner truth and stand in that truth as they share their work with the world. Very often what tends to happen is that the world has different blueprints. Right. So if you are in corporate, suddenly you find yourself using corporate language and jargon that isn't like the way you naturally speak, but you begin to think that you must embody a certain way of being for you to sound professional. Yeah. And what I help people do is to realign with themselves and to bring that level of truth and authenticity in a way that makes them stand out in their market. Because there's a way to do it. It's not just, I'm just going to be myself and just drop myself anyhow, but it's about how do I tell the right stories? Because not every story about you is relevant for the public to know or for everyone to interact with. And so how do you create that balance between all the different parts of yourself and still establish a sense of wholeness?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. and your career has a span. You've been doing this for how long now?
So I mean, I started my career at ECFH, which was now about 23 years ago. It feels like a very long time. And so I started as their new product development officer, which was where I got my foundation for brand, because products are the lifeblood of a brand. And started my own consultancy where I was working with companies primarily on the island, mostly the 5-star resorts on the island, like Cap Maison landings, etc. And then I moved to Italy because I wanted to expand my knowledge. I wanted to understand brand development from the perspective of those countries that have done it for hundreds of years. In Europe, this is where brand was really established in many ways. And so that gave me a bigger experience, and I decided to start an online company. And once I started Cultured Life online, I started working with clients all over the world in over 20 to 25 countries by now, and have been doing this ever since.
Now, with that level of expertise, tell me you're documenting this in somehow, some form. Publication on the way?
Yes. I mean, it's documented in many ways. I have online courses, different things that give people access to my work. But also I have a book coming up. And I'm very proud of this book because I initially thought I was going to write a book for enterprise, for business people, just for businesses. And then when I sat down to write the book, I realized that it was all encompassing of how does the person behind the brand really become so that they can fuel that brand in a more powerful way. And so the book is called The Magic Hour. It's being published in the US by US Publishing House, and is currently now being reviewed by my publishing team and will be out in the fall. And I'm very proud of this book because it looks at not just brand. Brand is actually a chapter of the book. It looks at individuation and how do we take these sometimes opposing sides of ourselves. We all have our public image, the persona that we show the world, the way we describe ourselves or talk about ourselves through our titles or our experiences or accomplishments, and then really looking at the inner world and what does your inner world say? Because sometimes we can live a life that is often that inner world is in the shadow. We don't want people to see that because we think maybe it's not good enough, or maybe people won't accept us fully if we show our true selves. And so it looks at how do you bring all these parts of yourself together to create a really strong brand in the world. Wow. And so I call that your brand of magic. Wow. And so, yes, this is...
Sounds exciting. Well, we're looking forward to that. Again, just throw out briefly how persons can continue to follow and connect with Hanna.
Sure. So I'm on Instagram. You can find me at Hanna Fitz. On Instagram, Hanna without the H. So it's HANNAFITZ. And you can also find our website. It's www.culturedlife.org.
Wonderful. Yes. Good job, Hanna. All the best. Well, guess what? Tomorrow is World Consumer Day. And of course, obviously, we need to know what is planned right here as part of the Consumer Affairs Department. Here's Wendy Frederick to tell us about it. Another year and another observance. Consumer Affairs Day is coming up.
World Consumer Rights Day.
World Consumer Rights Day. Every year I have to try and get it right.
Being celebrated by the Consumer Affairs Department.
Yes. Right. You see? So there's a reason why we're here. You know, we're here with Wendy. Wendy Frederick, of course, is the Director of Consumer Affairs here in St. Lucia. And every time around this year, we definitely tap into you because we need to know what is planned, what we're going to be doing, how we're going to be observing this day. How do we envision the observance resounding back into, the society, and how serious do we take the things that we need to take seriously when it comes to consumers?
Right. So, as usual, every year in collaboration with the National Consumer Association, and this year again with the Department of Sustainable Development, they've collaborated with us to celebrate World Consumer Rights Day, because the theme this year is a just transition to sustainable lifestyles.
Okay. You want to break it down for me a little bit?
Okay.
What does it really mean for the layman?
Okay, so what we're doing is trying to encourage consumers to transition into sustainable and healthy lifestyles of living, right? So you can, the whole point is to create an enabling environment. So what we want to see is persons using more sustainable products, and this is why the government has initiated several sustainable policies in terms of the duty free on solar equipment, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So they have the duty free on the electric vehicles, yes. So, and they also got rid of the single use plastics. So all of that. So we're encouraging persons to use more sustainable products because it's both healthy for them and for the environment. So we want consumers to understand that. And so this year we try to promote that to the consumers so that they can now be more conscious in terms of sustainable use products.
Right, wow. That's a complete and a heavy one, and it's
Yes.
going to take us a little while to really get to the full blown of this
Yes,
because,
it takes a while.
when we get accustomed to certain things,
Yes.
it takes a while for us to break old habits. But that's one tier. Let's talk food wise now in terms of are you targeting the food aspect of it as well? In terms of better choices for food, better prices when it comes to the healthier foods and stuff
Of course,
like that.
we always want to promote that. We want persons to definitely live a healthy lifestyle and, of course, try to choose healthy food products, right? Yeah, but more or less with this year, what we're trying to do is to concentrate on encouraging persons to just use sustainable products. So this is why, so what we've done, we've partnered with also Massy Stores and who will be awarding 500 points to customers, right, who use their reusable their reusable bags. Yes. And also with Glass supermarkets, they're going to give a 3% discount on anyone who comes with their reusable glass bags. Yeah, so you shop at Massey, you have your reusable bags, they give you 500 points.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've partnered with them and so they're promoting that initiative along with us. And of course, on Friday morning, we're going to be outside the Consumer Affairs Department. We'll be promoting the whole information. We'll be providing information to the public consumers on the theme, of course, encouraging persons that just transition to sustainable lifestyle. And we'll also be giving more information in terms of the Consumer Affairs Department, what we do, and also we'll be there with the National Consumers Association, who will be there as well, and promoting, just giving information to the public. And of course, we'll be asking questions and we'll be awarding prizes. So we want persons to stop by, listen, get some information, answer a few questions, and then we will give some prizes. We have some special prizes, some special giveaways.
Wow. Okay, so effectiveness of these sorts of observances on the actual day in the past have they proven to be effective?
Yes, they have proven to be effective. One of the things that we've noticed a lot is that people hear more about the Consumer Affairs Department. They understand their rights as consumers. They understand the purpose of the Consumer Affairs Department. After our promotions, we've seen an increase in the number of complaints that comes to the department. So this initiative every year, it does benefit us and the consumers every year, yes. So, and people are always more awkward based on what the theme is. So last year it was on AI. Yeah, and before that it was on digital finance. So, persons become more aware as consumers of what they can do, how they can use products, how they can use services, and to their benefit. And, so yes, it has
Connect
been
all the dots, rather,
Yes,
so of all that falls under the purview.
Right. In the past.
So this Friday, what time?
So we will be there from 9:30 outside the Consumer Affairs Department. That's at the corner of Miko and Coral Street, opposite the Admiral School in the corner right there. And we'll be there from 9 to 3:30 p.m. So drop by, stop by. Yeah, come
Just come
look
true.
around.
You know, like, come true. Yeah.
And yes, and come and get your prize. Yeah, just answer questions. So, just if you want before, just do some research on the consumer affairs, rights of consumers, responsibilities, and there's so come prepared. Yeah, for Friday morning from 9.
We're looking forward to that. Is there a particular color assigned to, normally everybody have a color, no?
Most times we use green, and considering it's we're concentrating on the environment and all of that. Yes, so let's go green.
Let's do green. All right, Friday, I see you guys. I'll pass it by for my little treat. I doing my research, don't play with me. I answer every question now. There's no bias in this. There's nothing that said me and my camera guy can't take part. We're supposed to be able to take part. I'm tired of this. Everybody, you're not eligible. Not this time. We'll be here on Friday and we'll enjoy it.
We'll give you a special
Wendy, thank you so much and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Yesterday we spoke to Daria on cerebral palsy, and there is a direct correlation to neuro movement and the disability. I don't want to say the wrong word, I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, there is a direct correlation to what it is that Daria is into. But you know what? Neuro movement can help in a lot of instances, and I think we are not aware of how beautiful it is, or how healing it is, or how healthy it is if we get involved into the science of neuro movement. So here is Daria telling us about her practice and how it is that she uses neuro movement to help and assist her patients. This is Daria. Daria Ernest is the founder of Glow by Daria. What is Glow by Daria? It's a neuro movement experience. I am excited to talk to Daria about the program and what it does, but even more excited to learn why she got into this. I mean, it's quite interesting. We have seen Liam before on this show, on the morning show, and this is Liam's mom. So Liam is the one who prompted all of that. You see, my guy is a star. Daria, welcome.
Thank you, Maureen.
Wonderful. Now let's talk about the foundation. We don't have a lot of time, but we definitely need to get it in there. How did you get into neuro movement?
So for me, neuro movement, I actually discovered neuro movement because I was looking for avenues to help Liam, who's my son, who has cerebral palsy. So it was roughly a year after he was diagnosed with the condition. I traveled to allow him to experience a new modality, something different, to give him an opportunity. And in discovering and seeing the benefits and how it impacted his life, I decided that I wanted to learn this program.
Right. Okay. So you see the birthing of this thing? To enhance the life of her son, she decided to take on this journey. And now she's able to experience of her own as well, because when she did the program...
Yes. Definitely for me, going through the program, I didn't realize how tensed I was, and I know I experienced anxiety having a son being diagnosed with the condition. I had a lot of tension headaches. I had a lot of just overwhelmed, just being overwhelmed. I was completely overwhelmed and not knowing what were the next steps to take. So going through the program, maybe it was like 18 months or so following, I was able to feel I was able to now feel more calm. I was able to sleep better, and I got a natural energy boost, which I didn't realize. But it's after when you get the outcome, you realize, boy, I've just been dragging from point A to point B. So for me, it was a total enhancing of my just overall well-being.
Right. I know it's normally hard to describe into words because it's more of like an experience.
Yes.
But how does neuro movement work? What does it target? It targets the brain.
It does. It does.
The brain in turn.
Neuro movement, it calms the central nervous system, allowing the brain now to be at a state of ease, a state of rest. And during that time, a lot can happen for individuals, so you can get an opportunity to relearn how to use your body properly. You relearn your brain pretty much makes new connections, allowing you as an individual to overcome pain, overcome limitation, and just get an overall energy boost and enhancement.
Right. Now, for some of us ladies, the
Yes.
pre big M,
Yeah.
love it. And how does
Yes,
is that
the
something
hot
you recommend?
flashes,
Is that something that is recommended to deal with that?
Definitely. What neuro movement does, especially for persons who are going through menopause or even perimenopause, is that it allows you now to overcome the brain fog. So by enhancing your brain, your capacity of the brain, you are now, you don't need to write down everything, because this morning that, if you didn't write it down by later this afternoon, you would not remember what needs to be done. But it gives you that sort of boost. So it gives you that calming sense of being able to commit, now being able to get things done, not having these sleepless nights, because again, lack of sleep means lack of energy. So when you can now enhance your sleep, improve your sleep patterns, it gives you that boost, that confidence to really take on the world.
Wonderful. So who would you recommend? I mean, okay, that's for menopausal persons. Who do you recommend should undertake a neuro movement program, the sessions?
So for me, at this time, my target is really women who are 45 and over, but neuro movement is pretty much an enhancing tool for anyone. So it gives you that energy boost. It gives you that natural feeling of just your well-being is now totally reset. So it's can benefit, as I said,
Anybody,
gentlemen, women, children. So it's not a tailored package, meaning that if you want to do a one-on-one session, these can be arranged. So it is an individualized plan. So there are different ways to access neuro movement. So it is definitely recommended for anybody who may even have been suffering from a stroke. So any limitations. So it really just gives the brain and the body now an opportunity to reset.
Oh, that's great stuff.
And enhance your well-being.
How can we find you, Daria?
So I'm available on social media, Glow by Daria, Instagram. And I'm also an in-house teacher at Soul Sanctum Studio, that's in Rodney Bay. So I'm pretty much very accessible.
Wonderful. So make sure you get your sessions in. Mind my business about my perimenal thing. Anyways, that's it. Thank you, Daria. Thank you so much. This is where we wrap up our show for this awesome Thursday. You know what I mean? So we have friends. So this is my good friend here. I always have to come and check on her. Essentially, all them caps there. When I want to disguise myself, that is my lady. I come and buy. You're good though.
Yeah.
I know it's good to. I had to come and say thank you for all the love you just give me when we're in town. You're always taking care of me.
You're welcome.
And I appreciate you. Right?
Yeah,
so all you looking for your caps and thing, little slippers, little flip up to go to the beach. Come and check my girlfriend here. She right on the corner of, where here is again? Miku on Curl Street. So all you can't miss her. Have a nice day, baby.
You too.
Have a nice day, St. Lucia. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow. And we go in Consumer Affairs. They're giving us prizes and things. Let's go. Let's see you tomorrow, guys.